I take it for granted that just like me, everyone out there is very interesting to find out how much weight you can save just on the front caliper adapter. And this is the standard Shimano adapter that we all know and love. Well, love might be a stretch, but you know what I'm saying. And when we look at the baseline, we take the Shimano adapter like so. We get 11.6 gram, and to be fair, that is actually a bit lighter than I thought it would be. We add then the standard Shimano bolts for the caliper itself, including that little safety tab. We're up to 16 grams, and the standard Shimano mounting bolts to the actual fork. And we have 23.1 grams. And in my head, this is probably like we can reduce this by 50%. And that's what I try to do, starting with this one, which I already showed in the previous video. 3D printed adapter. Also got some titanium screws for the caliper, like so. These were sold separately. And just to be clear, the amount of money spent on this is ridiculous. Don't do this, but all in the name of the weight winning in us. Yes. Apart from that, we got some generic titanium bolts as well for the mounting to the fork. So if we compare that setup, we'll do 23.2 grams for the original setup. This 3D printed one, 6.4 grams. Caliper bolts, we're up to 8.8. And then the mounting screws for fork, 12.9. So we almost got there. Or did we? Wait a minute, 23, no, not quite, but we're very close to 50% off. Now, that said, this one is not good. As I showed in the original video, I have this little problem that it's not actually flat. So if I push down here, yeah, it doesn't sit flat. I thought I would just be able to crank it down on the fork and it should be all good to go, but that wasn't really the case. It was actually really hard to get this centered over the rotor, so to speak, and I got a lot of rubbing out on the road as soon as I stood up and all that mess, which I didn't with the original one. So in this case, it was not that my fork was not faced correctly or something like that. It's actually down to this thing. It's simply not good enough resolution, or what do you call it, good enough tolerances to yeah, be a good product. So anyway, definitely don't recommend this one. I thought though there might be something else out there, which brings me to this, which I found pretty damn cheap on, that was AliExpress, and the brand is Granatin. I think it's supposed to grate in, maybe, I don't know, whatever. And that actually came included with some titanium balls for the caliper, which is always nice. So if you take a look at that in terms of weight savings, 5.9, so it's actually lighter than this, and I'm guessing this is machined. Add those caliper bolts, 7.7, and then I use the same mounting bolts there as well, 11.6. So now we are actually 50% lighter than the original setup. Unfortunately, it kind of didn't improve much from this. Like, this is definitely flat, at least. It doesn't have that little wiggle. But I actually had kind of the same problem getting this centered over the rotor as well. As soon as I had it in the center position and I cranked down those mounting bolts on the fork, it actually drifted a bit all the time. Like, even though I tried to offset it then to account for the drift, it still didn't want to center. So I don't know, I did go back and forth between this between all the three, just to see how they felt mounted, like did it have any give or anything. And I could feel that both of these didn't feel as stable as this did. Well, I guess you can probably figure it out just by looking at them. But in the end, man, I mean, weight saving, I love it. It's so fun to just tinker around. But when the part you exchange actually degrades the functionality of it, it's not really worth it. And if we just look at the adapter alone, Again, 11.5, and this was 5.9. We are still talking 5 grams or so. So yeah, I eventually gave up on both of these. However, that doesn't mean we need to surrender every single gram. So the end solution for me in this case was just to use the original adapter. For the caliper boards, I decided to use these from titanium parts because they are basically an exact replica of the original bolts, like dimensions and everything. The bolts that came with this, which are these, as you can see, they are both a bit shorter, and like the coning, or whatever you call it, it's a bit different as well. So even though they are like 0.1 gram lighter, these are just a better match for the original adapter. And weight-wise, we are now 11.6. Add those two bolts, 13.9, and then the titanium mounted screws as well. So 17.9 grams. I'm still about 5 grams saved, so although it wasn't a total success, it's a few grams in the bank. By all means though, if anyone's out there have had better success with these than I had, or have found something else that works, definitely let me know in the comments. Those 5 grams will haunt my dreams forever otherwise. No, I'm just kidding. Or not. Anyway. Catch you in the next one. Peace!